Level 70, the path of most resistance. The worried look on Lena Morola's face suggests she bears grave tidings, or not. Greetings and salutations. I suppose you are wondering whether or not the good Genomus has finally determined where in the world our next adventure is to take us. Good news is, he has. The bad news, however. Now, while it is not my nature to be sensationalist, sensationalism is in my job description, so please bear with me when I tell you not all is right for the airship Lexentale. Something about Alma has me deeply worried. I would not trust this information in the hands of my publisher, let alone some sullen gate guard. Shall we continue our conversation on the Prima Vista, away from inquisitive ears? Certainly. Shall I prepare the shuttle for you? Yes. Yes. Question is then, where exactly did Ramzev and his fellowship journey next? Ah, Zilly, to what do we owe this unexpected visit? I had not planned on summoning you for another several turns of the sun. Summon me? What? I apologize if we have caused you any worry. I suppose one cannot allow a reporter in their midst and not expect her to report what she sees, though I did expect a tad more discretion from Miss Murala. Alma has, as of late, been experiencing difficulties with her health. Chirurgeons have been called upon to discern what exactly it is that ails her, but as far as they can tell, there is nothing physically wrong with my sister. The consensus is the rigors of an extended stay in a foreign land have taken their toll on her fragile heart. Aren't they a traveling troupe? Silly, when did you... Probably from her brother treating her like crap all the time. Alma. I'm fine, brother. It is obvious you are not. You must return to your chambers and rest. Forgive me, perhaps we shall speak again once I regain my strength. Until then, please, look after my father. Very sus. Very sus. Now then, where were we? Ah, yes, the matter of our next expedition. We discovered during our most recent foray into the Ester Sands, the Dalmascan capital of Rabanastre appears to lie upon the ruins of what can only be a royal city of Lassalia, ancient capital of the lost kingdom of Ivalice. Shortly after, we stumbled across remnants of the legendary clockwork city of Gu, cleverly repurposed into a lighthouse overlooking the Ridorana cataract, remnants of which now sit suspended above the fathomless chasm. Lassalia, Gu, what have they in common, you ask? I shall tell you. They both appear in my ancestors' account of the rise of Ivalice, the Durai papers. And with each new discovery, this forbidden chronicle is now proving Ivalician legend to be more fact than fairy tale. There's no denying the proof, and it is but a matter of time before scholars and historians from across the realm come to the same conclusions. As you all are aware, my aim has never been simply to prove the existence of Ivalice. No, I shall not rest until I have revealed the truth of young Ramza's role in King Delita's ascension, cleared my ancestor Orin Durai of the false accusations made against him by the church. Then what are we waiting for? Should we not see the Alma first? No, what are we waiting for? She needs rest. Are you supposed to wait for her to wake up? I have a possible destination in mind. Arriving there safely, however, is another matter. To that end, I have enlisted the aid of our company's newest members. Moogles. Despite my pleas to do otherwise, who knows what trouble those two will see us into. Though I must admit, both Mont Blanc and his brother have proven more useful than I would have ever dared to imagine. When it comes to usefulness, I am first in the field, or was it furriest in the field? Would you like to feel my fur, Kupo? You wonder why Ramza despises you so, brother. They do all the work, and all you do is jest, Kupo. Ah, but you are mistaken, Herdy. I bear neither you nor your brother any ill will. Any further ill will, that is. If anything, I owe you my thanks for your recent contributions. His thanks? Are you hearing what I'm hearing? What happened to the venom-spitting adder we used to all know and love? Know and hate. Alma certainly seems pleased with the change, but forgive me for not buying into this all-too-convenient transformation. Simply showing the world that Ivalice actually existed will not validate the claims chronicled in the Durai papers. That is correct, Father. The key lies with the Ramza Buluv. If we can find evidence of his hidden role in history, it will prove Orin's testimony true and safeguard our family name from ridicule. Which is why I turned the focus of my research to Delita's forgotten companion and his actions during the War of the Lions. It was only then I discovered something most intriguing, an underlying struggle with an unknown force with the power to bring about calamitous ruin. Orosite, the twisted abominations we encountered in both Lasalia and Goog, the Lucavi, they were born of these unholy crystals. While nobles of the north and south squabbled over Ivalice's crown, Ramza silently sought to rid the world of a darker evil, evil manifest from the deepest desires of men and women whose minds had fallen prey to the Orosite. And with each confrontation did Ramza's fellowship grow smaller, countless companions lost to a cause that would go unwritten, yet was far more important than any clash of armies, and so did they endure until reaching their final destination, the Orbonne Monastery. Oh, I know this one. The Orbonne Monastery is where Princess Ovelia was raised. There is a scene about it in the Zodiac Brave story. After Delita emerged victorious in his final campaign, he married the princess to legitimize his claim to the throne of Ivalice. Ah, I see someone has been paying attention. But I don't understand. Why would Ramza's crusade against the Lucavi take him back there? According to the Durai papers, the sinister being who engendered the Orosite was said to have slumbered beneath the monastery. But who or what would have means to create something so powerful? Was it? They weren't the Lucavi in Final Fantasy XII, were they? What was the knot in the Great Crystal? I don't remember. That might be from the other game. Was it Final Fantasy Tactics? Ultima, the High Seraph. A seraph here? What's a seraph? Seraphs are believed to be some of the servants of the gods, divine beings whose only purpose is to carry out the will of their immortal masters. As to whether or not Ultima can claim this title, however, I cannot say. Just as there were those who chose to worship Ultima and her otherworldly might, there were equally as many who feared the visitor and her deadly magics, often referring to her as Angel of Blood for the carnage left in her wake. Interesting. What if the spell Zilly claims to have experienced in the Praetorium, coincidentally also called Ultima, was in fact an elegant interpretation of the very magics introduced to Hydaelyn by the High Seraph? But that would mean... what would that mean? I have spoken with several colleagues back in Charlian regarding their opinions on ancient incantation, and while they have little to show for their research, they all agree on one thing. The manner in which Ultima ethereally manifests should not be possible, at least on Hydaelyn. So it would naturally make sense if we discovered that the Alligans learned the spell from a being not of this dimensional plane. As to exactly how they convinced the being to impart that knowledge unto them. Out of this plane, what manner of creature are we talking about here? Likely one similar to Omega. How long have you been listening from the shadows, my friend? Long enough. I am here to deliver the item Makoto requested. Sid, there was no need for you to deliver it personally. A Moogle would have sufficed. A Moogle, and trust that he won't tear open the package and show it to some random adventurer? No, this was far too important. If you two do not mind, the principal was about to tell us how to find the Orbonne Monastery. Would that I could. You don't know. Then what have we been doing here? Exactly. At ease, Lady Morala. The Durai papers speak of a cataract situated on the river Zerkyle, several leagues southeast of Rabanasta. There supposedly lies the monastery. Zerkyle is not a name you will find on any modern Dalmascan map. Rivers, however, especially ones as large as the Zerkyle is established to be, are rare in a nation more than half claimed by the Sam. The river we seek can only be that which bisects Golmore on the Nagian border? Nashan border. And for that invaluable information we owe thanks to our brothers Moogle. Their travels have made them veritable authorities on Dalmascan geography. Wait, but earlier you claimed you didn't know the monastery's whereabouts. I'm confused. Its location is not what concerns me, but perhaps the Moogles themselves should explain. Why, certainly. The verdant valley of vines and vipers to where we must voyage next is home to the Viera, and therein lies our little problem. The one thing the Viera do not suffer is trespassers, not even lovable Moogles, Kupo. Our glamours kept us hidden long enough to see the jungle was teeming with ruins much like those we discovered in Lasalia and Goog, but the Viera trackers eventually found us and took us before their elders. We barely escaped with our palms, Kupo. So that is why we were still here talking instead of bound for the border. Come on. There are Viera who spurn the strict code of their tribes, abandoning their people to come and live in the cities of Dalmasca. Finding and recruiting one to our cause might provide us with insight into how to reach the Orbonne Monastery ruins. Unfortunately, the nation's current turmoil has not made it easy to accomplish this task. We still require more time. Before boarding the shuttle here, I was stopped by a bongo on the docks. He asked me if I knew a Zilli Lazate and bid I deliver her a message. I told him he was welcome to accompany me to the Prima Vista so that he might deliver that message himself, but the man refused. Makoto, I saw this device crafted to your exact specifications, but cannot guarantee that it will function as intended, seeing as I had nary a subject to test it on. Of course, Master Sid, if any trouble is met, then most likely it is my design that is to blame. Your confidence in my craftsmanship is flattering, but you sell yourself too short, my dear. Here's to your success. Good day. What about my message? Was the message just to tell me I had a message? I sense that you are interested in the package Sid delivered. I have every intention to apprise you of its contents, but first I believe we should speak of Alma's condition. Do you not find her illness all too timely? Genomus and Ramza would like to believe that her bouts of vertigo are not but a result of mind fatigue. The answer is clear. It is Orosite that plagues her. Alma recently confided in me that she would hear her father speaking with Theodius, well before even his first foray into Rabanastre. However, I do not think this entirely true. Which is not to imply that Alma is trying to deceive us. Rather, I think she saw something that led her to believe her father was conversing with the Orosite. Moreover, I suspect it was the Orosite itself that granted her this vision. You recall my hypothesis on distinct frequency NRR-type harmonic vibrations and their tendency to promote ethereal amplification. Or when I mentioned that despite being in the principal's possession for an extended period, Theodius exhibited none of the imprinting present in the Duma, no? Theodius has never resonated with Genomus. It has always been his wife's pendant, and in its Orosite shard, the Virgo, that fueled his passion for Ivalice. Now, Theodius is bound to Alma's deepest desires, whatever those may be. The only reasons I can fathom that Alma has not fallen victim to the Orosite's grasp is that her desires are not as strong as those we have witnessed in Argath and Bagamnon. That and the ethereal interference caused by other nearby shards. I have explained all of this to Alma and recommended that she destroy the necklace, yet not only did she refuse, but she begged me to keep this revelation from her father. And so I did the only thing I could. I devised a means with which I might impede or at least lessen the effects of the Odious. This device, while still incomplete, will amplify the NRR wavelengths emitted by the Virgo. This should work to interfere with those emitted by the Odious, thereby shielding Alma from the brunt of their effect. The city below is all abuzz with word of a Banga brigand loitering about the airship landing. Do you think you could be someone we know, Kupo? Buggy. A lot of exposition. Apologies, Zilly, but I needed to speak with you, and you alone. Oh, don't mind me, Kupo. I'll just be floating over here in perfect earshot. Why you? What makes you think I won't lay you low right here, right now? Because we're here to offer you a proposition, that's what. We need information on the Galmore jungle, and thought a man as well-traveled as you might be persuaded to provide some. Galmore, you of all creatures should know that is Vieiraland. What are you offering, then? Why the opportunity to tell us what you know? Genomus believes our next adventure lies beneath the jungle canopy, Kupo. I should have expected as much. Very well. I came to ask if you would meet someone. Now it seems that someone may be able to assist Genomus as well. Seeing as you and the principal did right by us before, I did not see a reason why I cannot take both of you. Let me know when you are ready to depart for Rabanastre. We will travel in our airship. The Prima Vista would draw too much unwanted attention. Okay, let's go, Boagi. Let's go, Boagi. Back to a life of brigandry in the clouds, are we? Of course not. Not that it didn't cross our minds, but when faced with the decision of what to do next, we needed simply to remember the dying words of our leader. Gijuk, Renuk, and I decided to re-enlist as Dalmascan Fusiliers. And the occupying Garleans actually said yes, Kupo? Not exactly. We're now with the Resistance. You no doubt heard of the uprising in Dalmasca that followed the Doman liberation and how it was crushed under the iron heel of the 4th Legion. The resistance leaders were captured, tortured, and publicly executed, yet much to the Empire's chagrin, the gruesome display only served to further rally the survivors. Oh, they martyred them, yeah. Remove one head and 2 grow back in its place. Remove 2, then there are 4. A person can die, but an ideal will live on. Now there exist several factions throughout Dalmasca. We belong to one known as Lint's Tears. Lintes? Lentay's tears? When we told our commanding officer of our recent crossing with you and yours, she simply insisted that we introduce you. Me, but I wasn't even supposed to be here, Kupo. Not you, hairball. Her. Meet with the general and hear her proposal. Zilly, if you are not interested, we shall return you to Kugane unharmed. You have our... Girl got your tongue? Rabanasta, dead ahead, lads. This is going to be a Vieira that's going to help us. This way, we've many moms to cover before nightfall. Yep, that's a Vieira. I've done as asked. I bring you the Liberator. And here I thought she'd be taller. Is it gonna be Fran? I knew it, a Vieira. I am Fran, proud daughter of Dalmasca and General of Lentay's Tears. And yes, Moogle, I am Vieira. Are you surprised? Why, yes, in fact I am. Her kind are all supposed to be living amongst the trees, having shunned contact with the outer world, Kupo. There are supposedly a few who have left their homes, but I most certainly did not expect to see one here in the sewer. Indeed. This Banga claims you seek Orbonne. Does he speak true? Those ruins lie deep within Golmore Jungle, a place most sacred to my sisters. They would take great offense were you to defile it with your presence. What is more, Bwagi tells me you travel with Garleans, openly aiding those who would see our nation burn. How can we place our trust in one who would do such? Genomus and his family defected long ago. They are not your enemy. My blade has tasted the blood of too many Garleans to count. Garlean is a Garlean. Their pathetic attempt at absolution only proves their past guilt. You misunderstand. Kind Genomus does not approve of the Emperor's warmongering. He wants to help Dalmasca and its impoverished masses, Kupo. And what would a Moogle know about my people? Does your blood run Dalmascan red? We could cut you open and find out. General, there is no need for threats. You are right, Bwagi. Let us then parley. Parley? Parley. First, the resistance requires men and women from Doma and the Yorzan Alliance to join us in ridding Dalmasca of its imperial invaders. If your past deeds have made you well known to the leaders of both, they will listen to you, or if not, they will listen to these scions to which you claim allegiance. Second, the resistance requires gold to strengthen our forces from within. Your allies are in bed with the East Aldenar Trading Company, which continues its dealings with Garlemald even as you raise your sword against them, profiting from the Empire's rampant aggression. As targets of that aggression, I believe my people are entitled to a portion of those profits. Grant me these simple things and I shall personally guide you safely to the ruins of Orbonne. What of the Lexan Tales? See me to victory and I'll take the Emperor himself. Those are my conditions. What say you? I will deliver your quest to the Scions, but can promise no more. Promise me first my companions will see no harm. Tell them my demands, but know the fate of your expedition hangs on how well you do so. I mean, I can't speak for everybody, certainly. I'd say we have our work cut out for us, Kupo. Wagi, you and the Fusiliers are to accompany the Liberator. I expect a detailed report on how my demands are received. Yes, General. Not that I expect them to be taken seriously. You are a fool to trust them, Princess. Speak with Mont Blanc. Not Rhinoc. What an adventure, Kupo. Just think, by tomorrow we could all be the newest members of the Dalmascan Resistance. Not that I'm ready to give up my place on the Prima Vista just yet. Level 70. Welcome to the jungle. Welcome to their jungle. Mont Blanc is eager to return to the Prima Vista and report on your findings. Hurry, hurry. If I don't tell someone of our adventure quick, I'll positively burst, Kupo. Don't I have to go, like, talk to the Scions? This woman asked much of us. Viera have ever been wary of outsiders. For centuries, their many tribes have remained hidden in the jungles, content with their self-imposed solitude. Each tribe has its own strict code and will meet swift punishment to any who would defy these laws. As such, many of Viera will spend their entire life bound to the territory of her ancestors, both unwilling and unable to venture beyond its borders. And while the tribes are wholly independent, they have agreed to uphold a single standard: shun all contact with the outside world unless it is to protect the jungle. That said, with every generation there are those Viera who long for a life beyond the verdant sea of trees and abandon their tribe to start a new life in a kingdom's cities. My guess is that this Fran is one such individual. Who also happens to be the only individual we know who can guide us to the monastery, Kupo. It seems Zilly's sword arm won't be enough to see us through this predicament. She'll need to don the right mantle of a diplomat if we're to convince the Alliance and the East Aldenor Trading Company to grant us aid. What could go wrong? Yes, I know you said not to call unless it was urgent, but this is urgent, alright? Not exactly, but my superiors have come to a decision on your request, and I thought you might want to hear what they had to say. Oh, and let me preempt any request for immediate disclosure with a reminder that the information is much too sensitive to discuss over Link Pearl. Meet me at the Ruby Bazaar post-haste, and I shall truly apprise you of their judgment. Okay, let's go talk to Hancock. Well then, Zilly, what are we waiting for? They're certainly not going to let a reporter in. I've read about how you united the whole of Eorzea under a single standard and convinced the Holy See to end a 1,000-year conflict. Compared to that, asking a few soldiers and a coffer or 3 a gill should be a piece of roll and berry cake. I suppose we should inform Wagi down at the Kugane landing of our progress. You mentioned he was to keep an eye on us. Do you have an answer from East Aldenord already? Impressive. It would seem the Lady Fran has underestimated your influence amongst the realm's players. I assume you have no objections to me joining you then. Come along, but I don't know if he'll talk in front of you. Chair won't scoot up anymore for some reason. There we go. Alright, where the hell are we? Like right down here, right? One. Oh, I can't get up through there, can I? About to say. Yeah, the one in the market probably was closer. We're already here. Wait, are they? They're out here? Okay. Hancock awaits us in the bazaar, shall we? Hammock. A lovely lady and a banga? And here I was expecting you would be alone. But excuse my manners. I am Hancock, representative of the East Altanor Trading Company assigned to oversee her assets here in Kugane. It is a pleasure to meet you. And I am Yugiri. We apologize for making you come all this way. Not that it is far from the landing, too. Wagi, was it? I serve Lord Hian, rightful ruler of Doma. I have come bearing my lord's reply to your entreaty. And I am Taru of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I'm only here seeing as no one else could be bothered. Well, that and to bear a message from the leaders of the Eorzean Alliance. Thank you both for coming. I am Wagi, formerly of the Dalmascan Royal Fusiliers. I have now claim allegiance to Linte's Tears, a resistance group seeking to accomplish what you have in Doma and Alamigo. What tidings have you brought us? Allow me to begin then. While the East Altanor Trading Company sympathizes with your plight, we are not in a position to grant you the funding you seek. As you are aware, the East Altanor Trading Company prides itself in its neutrality, be it in matters of political or personal. And what of our relationship with the Eorzean Alliance? Ah, yes, what I meant to say was, here in Hingashi, the East Altanor Trading Company prides itself in its neutrality, be it in matters political and, You must understand our position. Simply supplying coin to any one group would make it appear that we somehow favor that group over another. Seeing as we conduct business openly and fairly with everyone, doing such would be sending the wrong message and ultimately harm profits, yes? And by selling to both sides, you maximize profits while good men and women perish. How convenient. We are a business, milady. We do what we must to survive. That does not mean, however, we are blind to the needs of our customers and our allies, which is why we support the Eorzean Alliance in their noble efforts to safeguard their realm's freedom through a mutually beneficial arrangement. If it were my choice, I would provide your little resistance with all the funding it needs, but as my good friend Zilly knows all too well, it is not my choice. Not my choice. Well, now that Hancock's thoroughly lowered your spirits, you won't be as crestfallen when I inform you the Eorzean Alliance will also be unable to provide any assistance. Let me guess, you did everything in your power to try and convince the leaders of each city-state only to watch as they politely declined our proposal, claiming an unfortunate lack of intelligence or resources. Wait, how did you... Lord Hian sends his greetings to you and yours, and under normal circumstances would welcome allies still suffering under imperial yoke. However, word has it that the latest attempt at reclaiming your kingdom ended in failure, resulting in the loss of countless lives, including many of the Resistance's leaders. You are not mistaken, our army is not what it once was. Those remaining have been forced to take refuge deep beneath the streets of Rabanasta. 4th Legion has already defeated you once. Lacking unity and leadership, the current resistance will not survive another tilt against the Empire's disciplined ranks. If Doma is to join hands with Dalmasca as an ally, you must first prove to us that you will stand as one. Doma as a full-fledged ally would serve far better to strengthening our cause than a few temporary soldiers. Yet even if we were able to wrest Dalmasca from the Empire's grasp, without unity amongst your people, the resulting chaos could prove even more perilous to the kingdom. You understand much of our situation. And based on that understanding, you would refuse your aid to Linte's tears, am I correct? Do not mistake me, Lord Hien's refusal is but a message to help you plan your next step. You have a wise master. He understands that without proper planning, driving one enemy from your midst simply creates room for the next. Lady Fran will no doubt be pleased to hear that your response was exactly what she expected. You knew this whole time that your demands would be rejected, yet you still let this farce play out. You have my apologies, but this was all necessary to prove an important point to our leader. Lady Fran needed to show the princess just exactly what she was getting herself into, and your honesty today will serve us better than any hollow promise. Thank you. Wait, what about the Golmore jungle? Can you believe this? We're right back where we started. Principal Genomus will not be pleased. Come on, we end wars all the time. Where are we now? Turn to the Prima Vista. Back to the ship. If it is as you say, it is most unfortunate, but I suppose we did everything in our power, and that is all one could ask. I still do not understand. Why would Lady Fran send Zilly on this wild Paisa chase if she knew from the start it would be for naught? Wagi mentioned something about Fran proving a point to their leader, whomever that may be. People in positions of power can prove both naive and stubborn creatures. Simply telling a leader she is wrong may not convince her of the fact. Seeing one's own plan fail, however, is oft the best medicine. Naive and stubborn, then the resistance is doomed. If a person is imposing as Fran is taking orders from her, then chances are this leader is even worse, Kupo. I would not be so certain, Mont Blanc. My guess is that the individual in question is still quite young and inexperienced, and that Lady Fran is trying to teach her to be an effective leader through example. By allowing her to make her own mistakes, Fran is granting her the ability to learn and grow from them, an experience that will ultimately benefit her when the time comes to make some truly difficult decisions. Now, I seem to recall reading that one of the many faces of the resistance before the recent quelling was a young girl of royal blood. Do you suppose... You may cease with your baseless presumptions, defector. The door was open. Everybody just comes and goes in this thing, huh? And you would be? I would be here on orders from the leader of Lente's Tears, against my better judgment, mind. Greetings, Lady Fran, I presume. I am Genomus, Zine Lexenthal, principal of the Majestic Theater Company. You and your colleagues are most welcome on the Prima Vista. What is your leader would have us? What is it your leader would have of us? While you failed in meeting even a single of our demands, she recognizes that you were sincere in your attempts to see them fulfilled, and for that effort you are to be compensated. That is most generous. Are you gonna let us welcome to the jungle? The ruins which you seek are hidden behind a waterfall here, a point roughly equidistant from the river's source and its delta. You have our thanks, Lady Fran. We will not forget this kindness. Father, I shall plot a course immediately. Ramza, what is going on here? Alma, you should be in bed. I've slept enough, brother. Tell me, who are our guests? It appears you once again prepare a leap into danger's maw. Keep your wits about you, Zilly. Lady Fran is strong, but then again, so is Bagomnin. If you'll excuse me. Are you mad? A trip to the surface in your condition? Listen to me, brother. The High Seraph beckons. She speaks to me through the odious. The what? There's no need to worry. Makoto and I have already devised a plan. I can help clear our family name. The Charlian has no say in this. I am your father, and I insist you remain here on the airship. What would your mother say if I allowed aught to befall you? Mother, that is what this is all about, isn't it? What it has always been about. You care not about Ivalice or the Ord name. No, you only seek to use the Orosite to bring Mother back. But you haven't been able to do that. You still do not understand how exactly it is that the shards translate one's desires into reality. That is where I can help. I can ask the High Seraph. It is she who created the Orosite. Ultima has bid me come to her place of imprisonment. If we free her, she will reveal unto us the secrets of her creations. Oh, that sounds like a grand idea. Do you hear what you are saying, Alma? Even if there was the slightest chance of bringing Mother back, we cannot risk your life in doing so. Your brother is right. We have sacrificed too much already. I cannot bear the thought of losing you, either of you. It is too late. I'm so lonely, Father. Why must you love Ramza more than you do me? Oh, she's actually speaking. I just couldn't understand any of it. Do not be cozened by your daughter's words, for they are not her own. Help me, Rams. Alma. No, no. One hell of a theater troupe. That was a show. Gods forfend. I told you, no one can control the power within those shards. No one. Silly, here, take this. It might be the only thing that can save Alma, but we must hurry to the monastery. Come, we leave for the Golmore jungle, now. Alright, progress. Have I your permission to depart, Zilly? Every moment we tarry here, my sister, she... That was not the best of times. Yeah, let's go. And hold on, I've set engines to full speed. The wood. Welcome to the land of my people. 'Twould be a poor lie if I said I did not miss it sometime. Miss it some. Alma! Calling out. Oh, she's right there. Ramza, help me! Alma! Careful, you lose an arm like that. Be gone! Alma, Ramza! The blood of the invokers fulfill. Grant unto me the vessel promised. Take him now? Yeah. What just? Word. Wagi, to me, the girl is not well. Might I suggest we continue this back at the Prima Vista, Kupo? Have you the courage to face true evil? Suppose. What are you gawping at? The ship is this way, Kupo. Hamza. Okay. Now Ramsay is gone. Oh, dearest Tia, what have I done? What have I done? I don't think you did it. The City of Lost Angels. Genomus is crestfallen at the thought he might never see his son again. See if there's aught you can do to put his mind at ease. We need to do something, but what recourse is left to us? The only means we had of protecting ourselves could not even prevent my son from... I'm sorry, Genomus. My design was flawed. Not necessarily, Charlian. We all saw how it succeeded in drawing Alma back from the rift and shattering the Otius. The loss of the boy is not yours to bear. Our focus here should not be on our failures, but what we have learned from them. The being beyond the rift, it spoke before claiming Ramza. It referred to you as blood of its invokers. Could it be your ancestors are responsible for Ultima's summoning? Most certainly not. I have discovered no such inference anywhere in the Durai papers. Besides, tales of the High Seraph existed far before even the earliest of Ivalician legends. And who exactly did summon Ultima, and why does she think them you, your kin? Oh. Look. I have a bad feeling about this, Kupo. Oh, we're getting the echo. Ramza, dead? You lie about as well as you carry yourself in battle, Orin. Did not say he was dead, my lord Delita. Merely that he had abandoned his mortal vessel, entrusting his ethereal soul to the Auracite. But why would he do such a thing? Peace has finally come to Ivalice. There is naught to be had from further sacrifice. The kingdom is won, and this victory is as much his as it is mine. He risked life and limb to shield me from the dark that would have seen me perish. Without him, I would not be standing here before you. It is my duty as both king and colleague to see him saved. Knights, to me, we ride for Orbonne. My lord, wait! Majora Glabados, first of the Zodiac Braves, was not the hero the church would have you believe. He betrayed Mother Heidelin for the promise of coin and power, summoning forth a terrible evil from the depths of the celestial abyss. Glabados. It was believed only one of the land's chosen, only a warrior of light, might stand against this threat. Yet while victorious in battle, Ramza was unable to see the darkness vanquished. If failure was all that awaited our warrior of light, then what chance do you presume any other might stand? Are you saying I should do nothing, then? No, my lord, Ramza is. My brother's final wish before he surrendered to the ether was that his name be struck from the annals of history. Alma, you're unhurt, but I was led to believe none but Orin returned from Orbonne. What is this you speak of your brother's wishes? When it became apparent that we were powerless to truly defeat the High Seraph, we chose the only path left us, to do what Heidelin herself did countless centuries past, imprison Ultima. And as you are aware, my lord, a prison is only as strong as the seal on its gates. Ramza sacrificed his body to ensure that the Angel of Blood would never again walk the land, and he believed that if people knew of this sacrifice, it would only inspire them to seek out the holy stones and repeat the mistakes of those come before. If you truly avouch yourself his friend, then you will honor this, his final plea. No, Ramses should not be forgotten. He should be raised up as a hero for his deeds and claim his rightful place at my side. Only he might be my knight gallant. He is gone, my lord. Before Ramza was your friend, before he was my brother, he was a warrior of light. He did what he did for Heidelin, and for those who would one day, too, heed the crystal's call. Claim the throne, my friend. Become ruler of Ivalice and restore peace to this war-torn realm once and for all. Wait, Ramza, don't leave me, please. I beg of you. You will make a fine and just king, Delita. See you do not stray from that path. Ramza! Go. These stones and these two necklaces, you are certain they will guide the heroes of a new era to Ramza? Is what Ramza wished, my lord. Orin, I do not believe I can bear another farewell this day. Will you not reconsider my offer to remain as a member of my court? It is but a matter of time before the Cardinal and his Temple Knights grow wise to my past. I would not have my presence here implicate you as well. Ramza beseeched me strike his name from history, but like you, my lord, I could not bear the thought of future generations blind to the truth. As such, I penned this chronicle of the heroes' journeys. I fear the world, however, is not yet ready for the gospel contained within these pages, nor would the church ever allow its circulation. In fact, I believe they will confiscate every existing copy and lock them away in their library. What better way for the words to remain forever preserved than in one of the most highly guarded vaults in all of the realm? Then one day, when the church has fallen out of favor, the chronicle will be discovered and truth shall prevail. I must admit your plan is intriguing, Orin, but once the church learns it was you who penned the chronicle, your life... Can I imply she's pregnant? Like a child? Maybe rubbing her belly. I don't know. Silly! It was the echo, wasn't it? Removal of Ramza's name from the history books, the derived papers, the pendants, it was all set in motion by Orin himself? And if the Liberator's visions are to be taken as fact, it also appears we now know what the High Seraph meant by blood of my invoker. She was not speaking of ancestors in the sense of actual kin, but the line of those chosen by Heidelin to serve her as warriors of light. But then why abduct Ramza or even Alma unless there is something you haven't been telling us? She was using us to lure Zilly. It is her vessel the High Seraph desires. Oh, she can't have mine. Matron's teats. Alma, how long have you been awake? Matron's teats. Jesus. I've been a fool. I told our leader that it did not matter if our request for aid was refused, for I had an alternative ploy. General? It's alright, Boggy. My intention was to claim one of these aura sites in the name of the Resistance and use its power to lay waste to the Garlean occupants. Only now do I realize how flawed my ambitions were. You mean this whole time you were playing us for fools? Why didn't we see it earlier? Never trust a woman with ears longer than mine, I always say. You've every right to be angry, and I apologize for misleading you. But believe me, I no longer have any desire to deceive you and yours. I shall see you to the Orbonne Monastery and ask naught in return, but that you let me join you in your rescue of Ramza. Do not misunderstand me. I do not do this for any one of you. I do it for my people in both Golmore and Rabanastre, people who may die if this High Seraph is allowed to return to power. We're finally going to be able to do the raid? Orbonne Monastery, now accessible. Finally. Not high enough eye level. Beckoned by the aura sight, you arrive at the Orbonne Monastery, vestige of ancient civilization lost beneath the twisted roots and vines of a forbidden jungle. The Durai papers claim this holy sanctuary to be where the tale of young Ramza Bullivid began. Tonight is where your tale ends. Alright, let's see. Orbonne Monastery. Alright, we're doing this blind. So let's see how many times we die during this one. Have been granted the power of the Echo. Why were we given the Echo? But don't they normally only give you the Echo after, I mean, I met the eye level requirement. Don't they normally only give you the Echo after you, like, fail? I mean, I guess I'll take it. I didn't ask for it, though. I don't understand. I don't mind, but normally they give that to you after you fail. Is that just like something they do with later ones? I don't recall that ever happening in like Dunscape or anything. It's part of like a stat squish thing. You know, I don't think it's going to prevent us from dying all that much. I'm not the only one. Everybody seems to have it. Realm of the Machinist. Should I have played as a machinist? Watch this. Oh, he sounds almost like Soundwave. supposed to do with this? It's following me. Don't follow me. Get out of the way of the tank buster.
You shall promise. Promise will save you from what comes next.
Hey, what the hell is this? I'm stuck. Oh damn, he got a sniper rifle. Did he just pick someone at random? We all get hit. Are we supposed to punch this? How do you decide if you're the one? How do you decide if you're the one who gets hit or not? I mean, he obviously picked me. I don't know why I was the one chosen. Looks like everybody lost damage. Is it because I moved? Is it one of those where you're not supposed to move? Yeah, I guess that's it, because nobody else moved. I just felt like I should, like, not be stacked with anybody. Well, no, I'm playing blind. I don't know what the hell's going on. Everybody's coming this way? That guy ran his AoE like right into me. Thanks, pal. You're the best. If he was avoiding the overlap, that'd been fine, but he wasn't. He just like moved. I don't know what the hell all this is. Everybody's going over here, so I'm getting out the way too. Okay, so it's the things on the outside that are just like sending fine AoE things down the... Okay, I see you. I just know to pay attention to it in the future. Right now I'm just following the crowd. That guy's dropping his thing like right next to me. Keep that thing away from me. Are we supposed to stand like closer? I died again. Is my eye level just slightly too low? Because I'm not all in like level 70 tombstone gear yet. For the last time he shot me.
With this my journey can at long last.
Yeah, I mean, last time he singled me out. Like, I don't know. I'll look up the mechanics at some point. I'm just having fun with it right now. I hope I don't. I got plenty of space. Where the hell are we going? You couldn't have put me any closer. I see him on the mini map running up. I didn't want to wait for them to res me because I didn't want the... Okay, what the hell is that? Unusable. Well, that's really helpful. Okay, yeah, we'll just move to a sealed area now.
To the current of life we succumb. Its judgment swift and
Oh, am I
final,
supposed to use
its light
this?
as cold as steel.
Okay, I got that. That wasn't that hard. Is that the only thing it's used for? Okay, I didn't survive that. That looks like it was an AoE, so. Grade wide. Trying to run to the outside. This guy won't get away from me.
The hearts of men are black with corruption and must needs be cleansed.
Am I supposed to be in there? In something? That thing in the middle looked dangerous. Alright, these are towers. We're supposed to get into these, huh?
7 shadows cast, 7 fates foretold. Yet at the end of the broken path.
Okay, so you're supposed to break people out. Okay. Okay, what else am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to use it on her? Okay, so you're supposed to use that to break people out. I get it. It's not that hard. Like, I'm not sure if I could do it necessarily. I haven't played this before. And they add new mechanics.
The skies and tremble as the brilliance of 1,000 bolts blinds mine enemies and tears their flesh asunder.
I died twice on one boss, so like, I don't know if that's like, it seemed like he just kind of singled me out. Okay, we'll get this. Did I not hit it quick enough? Didn't kill me. Okay, that did. Or did I hit it too quick?
Dreams of men are fleeting, yet they must be embraced if they are to flourish. Have you the faith to do as much?
There's a lot of us down right now. What the hell? Just trying to look around and see what's going on. You kill the ads with the sword thingy? Yeah, like half our raid's dead.
Oh, divine light, send us from our sins! Gaze deep into the light! They who dwell aloft have spoken. Let their words echo
am I supposed to do with this? I picked up the shield thing and didn't use it for anything. I don't have one. I just need to stay out of theirs. Okay, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Okay, what am I supposed to do now? Okay, get this and we kill things. Okay, I picked up the sword thing. When am I supposed to use it? I guess I'm not. Okay, I really had no clue what was going on there half the time, to be honest with you. Anytime you invite new mechanics in, like, I get the gist of some of it. Yeah, we'll look up a guide before we do them again. We'll run them for some, the Tombstone event that's on right now. We'll get better at them. I don't really want to stop in the middle of stream, especially like, and then like go look up a guide when I have like no idea what's going on anyway. I'll spend like 20 minutes looking at a guide when I haven't even been here yet. I've seen these before. Do we have to stay on these? Kill the ads. Like not registering one of my things. I'll have to hit him at the same time. Okay. But we're doing the best we can.
Your coming was foretold, servant of Ivalice. Or perhaps you serve another.
We're supposed to go.
I am Count Sidolphus Orlando. Your journey ends here. The hearts of men are black with corruption and must needs be cleansed.
Lord. That's supposed to just drop us to 1.
I call out to the skies and tremble as the brilliance of 1,000 bolts blinds mine enemies and tears their flesh asunder. 7 shadows cast, 7 fates foretold, yet at the end. the end of the broken path lies death, and death alone.
I can see what everybody else is doing.
Open your eyes to the darkness and drown in its loveless embrace. The gods will not be watching.
I like when they talk crap. Like, yeah.
Misfortune hangs heavy on a head once held high.
Like during the fight,
Such
not
is
like.
poor cover for when the heavens fall.
I think like Ravana's like the first one that does that. You know, like.
Show me
Yes,
more.
dance to the blades of steel.
To the current of life we succumb. Its judgment swift and final. Its bite as cold as
Oh, I didn't get in
steel.
far enough.
To live by the sword is to die by the sword. There is time enough
There's
for
supposed to be
regret
like so
in
many
the
on each one.
flames of hell.
Yeah, you gotta have a certain number on each one. Okay.
Honed is the blade that severs the villain's head. Endless is the path that leads him from hell.
What the hell am I supposed to do with this? I'm supposed to run, right? Ran into like somebody else's. Imperial Knight. I don't know why everybody's standing in front of him, but I don't want to be odd man out. There's like some big mechanic coming in. No?
I have been called the god of thunder. Now know why. Upon my
Yeah, there's a
holy
raid
blade,
wide, huh?
the very world lies in balance. And now the scales will tip. Come, show me more. Escape is not so easily granted.
There's gotta be one after this. I didn't see any cutscene.
Rust.
Yeah, so this isn't even the last one.
You will find my defenses quite impenetrable.
Yeah, it's like Ozma.
A piteous display. They who dwell aloft have spoken. Let their words echo in your empty soul. Ruination is come.
Oh, it's a raid-wide doom. Okay.
Even the strongest of shields cannot defend the weakest of wills. A moment's hesitation beckons a lifetime of pain.
back at the very least. What the hell is this? Get it away! Get it away! Hey.
You will find my defenses quite impenetrable. Clouds have parted, and the skies cleared. It is time I bade you farewell.
Yay! 71. Okay, well we're getting there. There couldn't be too much more left, huh? Although this is like the World of Darkness Dunscape of it, right? The third one, so it's just like boss after boss after boss. So they feel longer. Oh, this must be it. Okay.
Is it sanctum you seek, my wayward children? Or perhaps you are come in search of power? That which lies at your feet, that blessed bauble can grant you both. You need but will it so. Now, take up your salvation and be gone. Mortal agency in matters divine shall not be suffered.
All right. Hope they're waiting on me. Hey, that's fine. Deal. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm here. I'm claim this loot, though.
You shall rue the day you raised your eyes to the heavens. Kneel before me. Your very soul shall not escape my wrath.
There's like stuff happening behind me that I have no clue about. Yeah. Yeah, it's screwing my DPS too. I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to be doing.
Denizens of this, the ink of blackest night, I summon you. Kneel before me.
Will she summon like all the other ones?
Denizens of the abyss, from ink of blackest night, I summon you.
I'd rather be caught by that person's AoE than whatever the hell that rock mess was.
Denizens of the abyss, from ink of blackest night, I summon you.
Okay, I see these. Yeah, we're not getting hit by that again.
Death awaits defiance.
What are we supposed to be doing? I don't have a Dorito. Stay away from me. Just running around like everybody else. Okay, what am I supposed to be doing with this? Just running. He's following me. It's not like letting me target anything, so I don't know if we're in the right place or not, but yeah, I'll just blow up.
Bear your steel.
I survived. I got full health.
Simmer as the light of life before rising to the heavens in a cleansing conflagration of divine benevolence. Your sins, your souls are undone.
It's a healer check.
You will not intervene.
Oh, I can kill it. This is a DPS check.
I am the only god.
I can barely see what the hell's going on. What are you talking about? I don't know if it's just showy or if the healers are doing a good job of keeping us all alive, but
Few can claim to have endured the might of my will. Denizens of the abyss, from ink of blackest night, I summon. Kneel before me.
why are we on the okay. Like everybody's on it. And I was like, I guess I'll get on it too. And I was like, why are we on the AoE? Like it made no sense to me. Apparently it shifts.
Your very soul shall not escape my wrath. Kneel before me.
Hey, where are we all going? Yeah. Like if the entire raid moves, then that's generally a good sign that you need to move too.
Denizens of the abyss, from ink of blackest night, I summon. Denizens of the abyss, from ink of blackest night, I summon.
Oh, I'm tethered to something. The hell? I'm stuck. The hell was that?
Bend to my will.
I can't use like any of my stuff. It's like an obstacle course in the middle of a boss fight. Got hit by that one. But they can't heal me. I can't use any of my stuff either.
I see it now, in you. I am your mother. I am your
Okay, well, if we did it.
Ivalice. Consign me unto darkness, and your light will be forever.
Toothbrush. Da, 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 da. Nice. Oh, okay. Orbonne Monastery, complete. Oh, we survived, mostly. We died a few times. That was definitely the weirdest. Okay, well, we'll go samurai. There are two of us. Need. We got something. Yeah, we'll probably end up with 1,000 of those cards. Okay, which ones did I get? I got the, there's a crack cluster. Materia 6? Well, I don't have any use for that. We got a minion. Alright. We got a raid open at least. And we got a level on it too. So. Banzai. He's awake, Kupo, but is it truly him? Thank you. Thank you all for coming to my aid. And you have my thanks, noble warrior of light. You have achieved what I could not. I'm the best. And you, bearer of my blood and blood of House Durai, thank you for seeing my final wish fulfilled. Yeah, stop being such an ass. My sacrifice has finally been given meaning. What are all these people supposed to be? The other warriors of light. Big chocobo. Yeah, my friends, let us retire to Mother Heidelund's bosom, that we may finally rest. Farewell, you are the true heroes of this story. Yeah. Dilita, how I have missed you, old friend. Forgive me, Ramsay, you deserve better than what history gave you. I could have done more. I am truly sorry. These countless centuries did I long for the day we might meet once again, and now that time has finally come. Heidelund beckons us both. Did it. 71. Okay. I am so sorry, Ramza, Alma. I convinced myself my research was the most important thing in my life. All the while, you two were standing before me. Can you find it in your hearts to forgive your father? It is all right. We are still here, are we not? And we triumphed. We proved your theory true. Ivalice existed, Ramza existed, and Orin Durai was not a heretic, but a hero. Now all that remains is to tell the world. No, my son, we needn't burden ourselves further. But, Father, we cannot allow our ancestors' name to remain, and we will not, yet simply not in the manner you think. I shall be adding a final act to the Zodiac Brave story, telling of how Ramza, the forgotten hero, and his chronicler Orin Durai smote the Angel of Blood and saved Ivalice from an age of darkness before quietly embarking on a final journey that would take them far beyond the horizon. And of course, I shall not leave out those nameless heroes who fought alongside Ramza, without whom the young noble would have surely perished. Is that what you truly want, Father, for the story to end? It will only end on the stage, my dear, and live on in the hearts of the crowd. King Delita and Orin envisioned the Virgo as a beacon which would lead future generations to the truth about the founding of their kingdom. They were right, and just as the pendants guided us, now we shall guide the masses through our play. And now you see, my son. I would offer you my thanks again, Zilly, but thanks are not nearly enough to express my gratitude for all you have given us. Perhaps after I complete the Zodiac Brave story, I shall pen a tale about the legendary Warrior of Light and her adventures across the three great continents. Then you'll have your work cut out for you. My friend Zilly has enough battles under her belt to fill at least 3 tomes, if not 4. Would you stop doing that, Sid? And her tale is far from over, isn't it? Yeah, Sid, about that world-ending weapon. We'll be getting back to that. Alright, this is our final dress rehearsal for the night. Make it count. Positions, everyone. Yes, Principal. Lights, music, there will be no more mistakes from you two. Am I clear? Mother crystal clear, Kupo. They're going to perform the new final act. Begin. Whatever will we do? The church has branded us heretics. No home awaits us in Ivalice. We shall embark on a journey together. Together? Together the crystal's call has been answered and evil vanquished from the land, and we are now free to soar like the griffin. Free? But how? By casting off our noble names and forging a new path, one not bound by fate. And on that path we shall meet new friends and make new family. And unto them we shall entrust the true tale of our deeds, that they may carry on our legacy for all eternity. Sword in hand, a warrior clutches something? I don't know. In sword edged he has fading memories. In stone he tempered his skill. Going too fast. By sword attested, by stone revealed. Shouldn't this be voice? It's like got the voice captions, but no voice. Their tale can now be told. Bravo, bravo, you both were wonderful. I'm inclined to agree with the Lady Moria's sentiments, but there is always room for improvement. Back to your positions, everyone, again from the top. Again? I've had enough of this. I was promised a starring role, Kupo. It is in my contract. Oh hush, brother, before Genomus has us back to polishing boot buckles again. Like a floating amphitheater. Meanwhile, in the clockwork city of Goog, I don't know how to pronounce that. Goog, Goug. Well, Cabranth. Okay. Sir, further research will be required to reach a positive conclusion, but preliminary tests show the technology utilized here bears striking similarities to our own. Excellent. Let the Orzans play with their baubles. True power lies within these very walls. Here's our ancestors were as cunning as they were ruthless. A weapon powerful enough to carve a gateway to the land's very core. His radiance would be eager to test this Tartarus. Wouldn't you all agree? Tartarus, huh? Who are you, Lena? She's outside, okay. Oh yeah. We've unlocked the raid series. That's good. Gate Guardian. Oh, wasn't that an adventure, Zilly? It's sad to think we must soon part ways, but with all we've been through these past few moons. Satisfied with the city's unwillingness to turn him over to the Garleans, Genomus has decided to purchase a permanent berth above Kugane for the Prima Vista. Supposedly he has already received petitions from hundreds of Geico and Gainin to join the company. And then there's the matter of my assignment. You will be delighted to learn that I am almost finished. What? How do you expect one to write an expose when off battling forces of evil from beyond the void? Don't you worry, though. A few more weeks and I'll have a draft. I'll write an outline. Till then, I'll stay here in Kugane a while longer, at the Raven's expense, of course. Farewell. Okay, I guess that's it for that.